Today, we just got a brand new update with some caves that you can go inside of, which have cave paintings on the inside. And they are pretty mysterious, so what I'm going to be doing is trying to figure out what each one of them means and what this could mean for the future of 99 Nights. So, we got the assassin class. I think that'll be best just so we can quickly get through the caves. And the only things I'm going to need is a strong flashlight and a bunch of food. Alright, just got the strong flashlight from the pelt trader. Now we just need food. Alright, just got a ton of food. It's gonna be a full sack plus some extra for when we come back later. And now let's head into the cave. Alright, so first things first, you have your first little entry room. This isn't one of the cave paintings, but basically it tells you how to survive the bat. And in here, the bat's actually not the only dangerous thing, but there are new cultists that actually like to be in the dark. And once you take care of them, usually there's only 2 waves here, I believe. And while taking out the waves, you kind of have to watch out for the bat's shriek, because then they'll actually hurt you. But once you take out these 2 waves, you will now be able to move further into the cave. But first, what you might have noticed is that there's a crystal in here, and when you shine your light on it, it goes all the way until full and looks like a giant, huge diamond like you'd buy a class with, which illuminates paintings in the cave. So for right here, this is basically telling you how to illuminate it. It likes sunlight, or just, I guess, light in general, and then boom, it becomes radiant. And as you can see, it looks like these paintings are actually etched with similar glowy materials as the diamond, or maybe it is the diamond itself. But here's where the real lore starts. You'll start to see cave paintings on the wall that are kind of ominous. They're a little bit mysterious. So for example, this one, this is clearly the bat. He's right there. Oh, he just hit me. Okay, so he'll actually damage you when he does that, and you'll start having your ears ring and go a little bit blind. I don't recommend it. But here, of course, this cave painting is pretty easy. It's basically telling you that the bat is blind. And so now that we know that the bat is blind and we should cover from it, let's go deeper into the cave. Now, as for who these cultists are, I actually have no idea at all. They could just be regular cultists that don't like going outside or touching grass, but there's probably a little bit more to it. So they still have the deer antlers, so they're still regular cultists, at least somewhat, but they live in caves, so it's really weird. But right here we have our next gem lit up, so let me take care of these cultists real quick, and here we can see even more of the bat being blind. So this isn't anything mysterious just yet. We have the bat's eye being covered, and then the shriek, and then a question mark showing that it cannot see. Or maybe it's not even shrieking, it just has his mouth open. But let's continue deeper to the cave. Here we'll see little statues. These, bro, I have no idea where these came from. This is some kind of magic lore that I do not know of. But basically you use it and you get buffs. So for example, I'm going to use Blessing of the Bat to get a decreased hunger rate. And then I'm just going to continue on. And if you want, you can exit the cave through there, but don't need to exit just yet. We'll activate the next crystal as well, and I think here is where it actually starts to get interesting. Gotta take out these cultists though. Here's where we actually get our first brute. So he's kind of like the big blue guy in the strongholds when you hit level 3, but you'll see what I mean. He'll be somewhere around here. Yeah, there he is. So this looks to be like one of those cultists in the stronghold, but just wearing different clothes. Alright, there we go. Take care of that. But now you can start to see that these start getting very interesting. Here we both see people worshipping the deer, which we can, I think, fairly assume. Oh, hello, sir. I did not know you were coming. But I think we can fairly assume that these humans are the cultists, because they're the only ones we've actually seen bow down to the deer. And it doesn't seem that the public knows about this deer just yet. But what's really interesting is that the deer seems to have some kind of passionate body language. He's either very, very happy that he's being worshipped, or he's even gaining some kind of energy from it. We can only see the one hand, so I'm assuming the one hand is just by his side, but this hand seems to be in some kind of position where he's gaining energy, or maybe even commanding them to rise up. Now, another interesting thing is who in the world made these paintings? I don't think it was the bat. The bat doesn't seem intelligent enough, or who knows, maybe I'm wrong, but it does seem to be that the cultists were actually the ones that drew this. And now that I look at it, the cultists made floating paintings. Look at this, it's floating, can't even see it from the back. Interesting. But let's go ahead and continue deeper into the cave. We'll shine our light on this one real quick. And as you can see, I'm getting low on food, so it's a good thing I brought awesome. So, moving over to the next cave painting. This one actually has something that I want you to pay attention to, which is this line on the left right here. See that little indent? It looks to be that it's measuring the size of the bat versus the size of a human, even showing its mouth and what seems to be its fangs measurement with some scribbling on there that's not really readable. I mean, we got doctor's handwriting over here, but as you can see, the bat is about 3 times as tall than a regular human, or maybe even a cultist specifically, and its teeth are massive. Oh, and I just got blinded. But continuing, there's actually a second one that's activated by this crystal over here, and it's just what seems to be regular, oh, hello sirs, but it seems to be just a regular portrait of the deer until you realize that this could actually be a female deer, and I'm not kidding. Later on, there's another painting that actually kind of proves this. I mean, you can kind of see it. This looks to be, it could, you know, be a masculine deer, but it also looks a little bit slender and more feminine, and I'll show you why I think this way a little bit later. But let's quickly get our next buff. We'll go ahead and get Blessing of the Owl. I don't want any rain while I'm in here. All right, shine our light on this one real quick. Take out these cultists. All right, just took out the cultists in this room, and it seems we only have one painting in here. But look again, we can see another measurement on the side and some kind of scribbling, but this time it's for the ram near to the volcano. So this is interesting, and I don't know what this measurement is. See, we have a measurement right here above the ram, so I don't know if it's measuring something about the ram or some kind of clear distance. I'm actually not sure. But again, what seems to be happening here is that someone or something is studying the entities and writing out all of it on the cave paintings, which for some reason is only activatable by sunlight. I actually have no idea why that is. But right now our flashlight's out of battery, so I'm gonna try to take care of the cultists, but we'll have to head out to get more battery to see the cave paintings. All right, now we're back, got our flashlight up, activate this one, which activates, I believe, only one painting, which is this one right here. I'm gonna go backwards a little bit just to make sure though. Didn't see anything. Okay, yeah. So right here is why I said it's a possibility there's a female deer, because this kind of painting usually is signifying a male and a female. Now, female deers don't have antlers, but then again, deers aren't 17 feet tall and mutant, so it is possible that there is a female deer, and this painting is actually signifying it. Or maybe it's also talking about the study of the deer, because like we saw with the other paintings, it really seems like the deer is being studied as well as the ram and the bat and probably the owl as well. And so this could be something where the anatomy of the deer is being studied, all of its parts and how it works. But let's continue on even further. I believe this should be the last part right here. Yeah, it should be. Looking at the map, here's what we've got. All right. Here's our next crystal. Got that lit up. Don't think it's activating anything behind us. And right here, we have another photo. Or not photo. They don't have cameras here, but oh, hello sirs. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to look at this peacefully until I take care of them. There we go. Looking at this painting, we have the owl, of course, and the ram, but this time it doesn't seem like there's any scientific measurement being done. It's literally just a painting of them. But whoever is making these cave paintings, although we're inside of the cave, that person clearly knows what's outside of the cave. So it's possible that the cultists that are in here aren't like stuck down here, but just prefer being down in the cave, but actually know quite a lot about the owl and the ram because they've been up there, or that the cultists are actually the ones who created the entities, which is a theory that I've been saying for a while, and I don't know, it might get confirmed, it might not. But this painting, or actually here, let me take care of this guy real quick. All right. This painting right here is actually something really new, and it's a cat, or almost some kind of big cat, like not a house cat, but it could be a bigger cat, which could be a brand new entity coming soon. Because why else would there be a random cat? I mean, every single painting in here has been one. Oh, hello. Okay, I'm blind. Every painting in here has been about the entity. I mean, we had the owl, we had the ram, we have the deer, we have the bat, we have all of them being studied intricately with measurements and writings. And then you're gonna say, oh, whoops, all of a sudden the guy who's been drawing this felt bored and doodled a picture of half of his cat. I don't think so. And so it's possible that we're getting a brand new entity, some kind of leopard, maybe? I don't know. Is there a resemblance to any specific cat like that? These paintings over here of the entities aren't very precise, so maybe, you know, it's not really easy to tell. Maybe this painting also isn't very precise, but it would be really cool. For example, we have the owl, and he's the only real snow entity. What if there was a second snow entity being the snow leopard, or something along those lines? I think that would be pretty interesting, and would honestly make the game really hard with two entities. Alright, I just died like 50,000 times trying to get back here, but we're now good. going back to the room. Oh, there's more. Oh no. There we go. Finally made it to the end. And as you can see, there are no more crystals past the last one we just saw with the cat painting. And I just realized this. Look at this. We have minecarts and rails just like the coal mines you'll see up at the top, and wooden boards blocking the entrance just like you'd see at the top. So it's possible that these coal mines are actually extra entrances into the cave, and the reason it says keep out is because nobody wanted us down here. Or sorry, everybody wanted us not down here, or at least the cultists. So it's actually interesting. The cultists have probably been here for a very long time. It's just that we now discovered their cave because of the bat, and now we have made it to the very end. We can go ahead and detonate this, and that'll be the last exit. However, my fire isn't even high enough level to use that. Sadly, I wish there was some kind of chest at the end, but it seems like they're gonna add a lot more to the caves with future updates, so we don't really have to worry. Maybe there actually will be a giant chest somewhere at the end, and it'll be even longer. We don't know for sure. And so these are all of the cave paintings that we have so far. Let me know your theories on what these could actually be meaning, or who you think drew them down in the comments, just so we can figure out what is coming next in the updates. I'm really thinking something's gonna happen with this cat. There's no way that's just some random cat out of nowhere. But for now, thanks for watching, subscribe, and click on this video right here.